breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
How's that?
Welcome into another episode of the Jaguars Fan Club UK podcast. Welcome in then, everybody. So yeah, after a long week to take that result in, took some stock of what happened and sort of feel like who we are as a team, and for me, adjusting back to life in the UK. Time for a recap of the Wildcard weekend. This episode of the Jaguars Fan Club UK podcast. Jags Bills, Wildcard weekend 2025, and ouch, still hurts. Taking me a week to build up the interest to watch that game back. We're going to talk about what happened, how it happened, and yeah, it's still one that hurts, and it's going to hurt for a while, but there are positives. Game review. Firstly, we've got to be noted that the energy around the team and around the city in the lead up to the game was special. I think for those of us that remember 2017 and that run to the AFC Championship, did this feel bigger? Did this feel like we were going to go somewhere? Everyone I spoke to, they felt the sky was the limit. You look at the playoff field and who was involved, and this year's squad and the streak we'd been on of wins going into it. Even now, following that 27-24 loss to the Bills, I'd take us in that game 10 times out of 10 if you asked me to pick a winner. Felt like so many 50-50s didn't go our way, and ultimately I think that's what led to us coming up short. First drive out, it was tight and tense. Trevor, he had a few nervy throws. Did get worried. I thought, is this LA Chargers playoff Trevor coming out here? But, he settled, and luckily the Bills couldn't get much going over. Then it was first splash play, Trevor Lawrence interception, and, watching it, I don't know what he sees. The linebacker's there. It really had me scratching my head, and he was just primed to jump on the route, the Bills linebacker. Not sure what Trev saw, and then he also went barreling headfirst in to make a tackle. You love the passion, you love the dedication, but it's a tough old contact, and thankfully the D managed to stand tall given the field position, and it was 3-zip to the Bills. Time to respond, and wow, we did. The commanding run game, and spearheaded by Bashal Tootin, who's been in and out and up and down so much, but he looked great. He put us inside the 5, and then bang, just as the first quarter end, we go down the other end of the field, and it's a pass to BTJ, a rifled throw in from Trevor, and BTJ, he actually caught it first time of asking, didn't double clutch at the ball, which was nice to see, and 7 points in a playoff game for the Jags. We're in this. Bills came back out, and it was Josh Allen MVP mode turned on. Capped off a really long drive with a short rush, and watching it back, he physically dominates Josh Hines-Allen at the actual point of contact. It's shoulder to shoulder, and they hit each other, and Josh Hines-Allen's a big defensive end as well, and he's physical, and Josh Allen just sets him backwards. Buster Brown was also in there, but you wouldn't expect too much from him. Sometimes you just got to tip the cap, and that was a great play from Josh Allen. It's why he's the MVP. We're going to talk about it in the coaching section, but just before the half, we obviously had that chance at the field goal. How many times this season we've gone, it's just about to go to half-time, but we've got a chance to steal 3 points on a quick drive, and we've looked so good. Cohen's play calling has been fantastic. We got ourselves in position. 54-yarder for Cam Little, a kick that's been routine, the NFL record holder from 68. Buffalo fans know this one all too well. Kick sails wide. It was a huge 3 points left out there. It was the margin that lost us the game, but it wasn't the sole reason. Would have been nice to go in with those points. Into the second half, traded field goals. The game's 13-10 heading into the fourth quarter, and then felt like a points explosion from there. Blink and you miss it. Trevor Lawrence to Parker Washington for a touchdown, and we've got a fourth quarter lead. I'm going to talk about that throw in the quarterback section later, but wow. Just as quickly though, Greg Newsome, he got caught slipping, got caught napping, and the Bills pounced, and it was a Dalton Kincaid, their tight end, scoring a touchdown. Bills 20, Jags 17, and it was just this back and forth. What felt like drive of the season was coming up. It was score or go home. The clock was ticking, and we knew that we needed to get points. And again, we ran a really nice drive, capped off with that dink and dunk style pass to Travis Etienne. He beat his man one-on-one, got into the end zone, and it was just electric from there. Defence, we needed you to step up, and there wasn't a Jags fan in the world that wasn't screaming at the top of their lungs here. 2.5 minutes left, defending a 4-point lead. The Bills have got to go the length of the field to score a touchdown to progress to the next round. And I shouldn't have said it, but I said to the guys next to me, feels like Cincinnati in week 2. We're playing bend but don't break, but we're bending far too much, and we just caved in and we allowed Buffalo to do physically what they wished. There's more than one like tush-push style play, and they were extreme. The 4th and inches, it was the rugby scrum style play where Arik Armstead especially, he was physically dominating. He gave up, whether he heard a whistle or he thought the play was going to be called dead, but you play to the whistle. That's how I was always coached. And the physicality, if you enjoy the physicality of the game, it's the way you play it. Buffalo took the lead, and did they leave too much time for Trevor and crew? There's 59 seconds left, 1 minute, a field goal sends us to overtime. Sat there thinking, we can score a touchdown here. We've got no timeouts, but we can move the ball. Come out, it's a big throw over the middle to Jacoby Myers. He was covered well, but he was NFL open for me. The ball hits him in the hands, and he's been so sure-handed all season. And the cruelest twist of fate, he bobbles the ball, and unlucky as you like as well. Could have been a bobble that hit the turf, but no. Bills defenders in the right place, the right time, and they snag the ball, seal the victory, and it was a gut punch like no other. I've never felt the energy drain from a crowd like it did in that moment.
The head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Liam Cohn.
How's that? How's that? How's that?
Duval.
Coaching, so let's chat about the coaching. There's been some division on the play calls. The guys around me, they didn't like the aggressive calls on the 4th downs, passing up the field goals early in the game. I liked it. I'll always say at the time, my thoughts in the moment were, yeah, let's go for it. If we'd have got it, no one would be complaining. So it's not fair to retrospectively go back and say, I'd rather have the 3. Would have rather had the first down or the touchdown. I liked it. It's who we've been. It's who Cohen is. He's aggressive. We have been successful in short yardage. It just didn't come off this game. I hope everyone's heard that amazing post-game press comments from Lynn Jones. Just what a fantastic sentiment. She summed up how I think every Jaguars fan feels about Cohen and the team. It almost felt like your heart was ripped out, because she came in and said, this is the start of a journey. What we've done, we should be proud of. This team was 4-13. We won 13 games and we were so close to a playoff victory. Nobody was expecting us to do this. This is the start of something special. If you take any solace, this is the start of something.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
Lawrence rolling, throwing, touchdown!
Appreciate you guys. Could have done it without you. Duval.
Onto the quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. It's not a performance that set the world on fire. Honestly, I feel like he outdueled Josh Allen in that game, and T-Law, he was far from the reason that we lost. Did he do enough to win? Ultimately, no. But can we win that game again with the exact same performance from Trevor Lawrence and more input from his supporting cast and defence? Undoubtedly. I'd take that performance in a playoff game 10 times out of 10. Throw of the day, it's the touchdown to Parker Washington. Trevor, he rolls out to his left, but he keeps a great stable platform. He throws it on the money. It's a rifle. It's like top 5 QB throw. The power that he gets behind it, and it's all from him keeping this stable platform. Hurricane Trev, we saw so many times last year. He'd get scared. He'd roll out of the pocket. He'd put himself into a defender's lap. This time he's standing tall. He knows where the pressure is going to come from, and he's getting rid of the ball just on time. It was a great throw. Trevor himself is going to feel dejected, as we all do. But so many people have come to his side on socials. We had a few posts on the group of, how we're feeling about Trevor, and so many people are behind him now. And he's 26 years old. Let's not forget that. There are rookies that come into the league that are not much younger than that. He's 26 and he's playing a position that you can be successful in way into your 30s, deep into your 30s. And we've seen quarterbacks win Super Bowls starting at 40 plus. The future's so bright with number 16 at the helm.
Because I'm the offensive lineman. My job is to block, protect the quarterback, open up holes.
It's going to start with us offensively. Offensive line, if we go, the team's going to go. The team's going as far as we go. So
I'm always going to have his back no matter what. Whatever he needs,
We'll all be there for him.
Onto the O-line, it was always going to be an issue. Cole Van Lanen, he was a late scratch late in the week. It meant we moved Walker Little back out to left tackle, and it's a tough ask on short notice to do that, and ultimately there's a reason that Walker Little lost his starting job. The starting unit was left tackle Walker Little, left guard Ezra Cleveland, at centre Robert Hainsey, right guard Patrick McCarry, and right tackle Anton Harrison. I fully expect to see some change in this unit in the off-season, and I think it's needed. We struggled in this game to establish a run game identity, especially against those more physical defences, and it was similar in this game. We had a few big runs, but we struggled to get an identity and we couldn't run the ball with consistency. Going to dive deeper into the O-line during the off-season, so if anyone's got any thoughts or wants to chat about it, drop me a comment.
Past the 40, get past the punter, inside the 40, Parker Washington is going to go all the way. Logan Cook moves it downfield. It's up there, it's out there, and it's good! It's good from 68!
Special teams. Logan Cook thought he had a really good day. Super reliable. He had that early season wobble, but he was back to Logan, after a few weeks. He's still got a league leading leg. He was pinning the Bills back and so important field position in a playoff game. Cam Little, the field goal, it hurts, no two ways about it. What I will say, the wind took a nasty amount of the ball. It really pushed it. As a kicker, you've got to execute and you've got to know that, but it wasn't just the Bills against us, it was Mother Nature as well. Outside of that, the run game was okay, nothing electric, we didn't see any big plays, and it'd be great to see Parker Washington out there getting more opportunities, but I think he's got a lack of reps due to injuries in the wide receiver room, so he's having to step up there, and teams also, if he is back there, they don't want to give him a shot, which is great to see. He's not Devin Hester, you just don't kick to him, but they're putting him on angles, maybe sacrificing some yardage to put him in a more sticky situation and get the hang time, so it's a sign of a great returner. MVP is a guy who outperformed himself every week in this season. Parker Washington, 7 receptions, 107 yards and a touchdown. I can't wait to see what Parker looks like next year. If we get BTJ back to rookie year BTJ, if we get Jacoby really established in this off season and really comfortable in that wide receiver 1 role, and let's get Travis Hunter out there with some reps, Parker Washington can eat up the middle of the field, and he's a great guy as well, isn't he? So fair play to Parker and congrats on the award, mate.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Playoff watch. So it's taken me so long to get around to actually doing this one. We now know the results of the divisional round, which is the week after the wildcard, and it hurts so much. I don't think there's a Jaguars fan out there that wouldn't say we would lose a matchup against Jarrett Stidham in the Denver Broncos in Denver. We went in there and we beat their best. It would be so nice to go in there. But it wasn't to be. The New England Patriots will face the Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship game. The games this weekend, they're interesting, but they just came with that tinge of we should be there. Really felt like we did. Over in the NFC, I think it's a brilliant game on paper, and the third time these guys will play this season. The NFC Championship on the line. The LA Rams head into Seattle to play the Seahawks. Predictions for me: Patriots over Broncos, Seahawks over Rams. Super Bowl champions, the Sam Darnold-led Seattle Seahawks. Just really like their defense. I like their coaching massively. And I just think they're the most complete unit left. Their toughest battle might be this NFC Championship game this coming weekend. Enjoy the games from wherever you're watching from, and hopefully next year we're planning a Super Bowl party to go watch Trevor and crew. Next week, there isn't one. The next date in the diary's the start of free agency, the draft, 23rd of April in Pittsburgh. Don't even actually have a first round pick in that draft either, so it might be a quiet few days. I'd expect Gladstone to make some moves, and we'll dive deeper into that, once we've really wrapped up this season post-Super Bowl. Free agency, we should be looking, and we've got some decisions to make with our pending free agents. Travis Etienne, Devin Lloyd. There's a lot of movement that's going to happen around this team. For the final time in the 2025 season then, that's the review show done. An amazing season. The way it ended, it hurt, but let's not cloud ourselves. We won 13 ball games this year, and we made the playoffs with AFC South champions. I sat there Sunday night with some of the UK fans. We're out in Jacksonville, and I couldn't shake the feeling of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. When they lost to Brady and the Patriots in 2019, they ran them so close, and look what they did after that. I think sometimes you need this painful loss. You grow from it, and it can be the ultimate motivation. In the off-season, when the guys are in the gym, they're going to be sat there thinking about this game. They're never going to want to feel that way again. In terms of the podcast, we'll move to a bit of a slower schedule. Pop up if there's any emergency news, or as and when we've got things to discuss and major events. We're also doing our first ever end of season awards, so keep an eye out. It's live out on the Facebook group and will be for the next 2 weeks. Get on there, vote for your player of the season, and we'll do, I'm not promising I'm going to tuxedo up, but we'll get out there and we'll hand the awards out to the players of the season, plays of the season. Should be a nice bit of fun, and well, for the last time in the 2025 season, this is Jake signing off for the Jaguars Fan Club UK podcast. Duval.
Duval.
To get involved with the podcast, email us at jaguarsfanclubuk@gmail.com or join our Facebook group, Jaguars Fan Club UK.